Yeah, DM me, dude. Or
I love it here. Billy Goat tells the fam is here. Give us can, give us can, give us can, give us. We love you, fam. We are Billy Goat Tales. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers can. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers can.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Billy Goat Tales. We appreciate you for being here. Taking time to watch our show, and boy, do we have a packed show for you today. We're going to be talking about Ripple. We're going to be talking about Ethereum. We're going to be talking about Polkadot, Visa, BlackRock. It's going to be packed. You got to get in here and listen to this information because why? It's going to help you make some really, really good investment decisions. Yeah, Dave, pull it up if you want to. We can go through real quick so the audience can see what we're talking about. Our own Billy Goat Tales dashboard created by Dave Digital himself. Let's go through it. We're going to talk about LayerZero first. We're going to talk about Ripple. Then after that, we're going to be moving right on to the Worldcoin and then Coinbase, the AI agent stuff that I've actually started building, Ethereum, Polkadot, what they're doing with Visa. Really, Visa and Polkadot teaming up together is amazing because the technology is just wonderful. And what else do we have? Then we're going to be going down to talk a little bit about BlackRock, and then we're going to talk some more about Visa because they're doing multiple deals with multiple companies. They're one you want to watch, Visa, from a portfolio standpoint, and then Polygon, and then the U.S. Clarity Act update, as well as DDT on the charts and. Everybody, it's going to be a great show. So let's go and say hi to everybody. What is going on, Dave Digital? Good evening.
What's going on, Crypto Billy? You said Dave Digital, good evening. It kind of just threw me off. For some reason, I thought you were talking to another Dave Digital there. But everything is going good. I did just take a cheeky little long on Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to work out. I mean, I'm still below the trend. I'm definitely trading against the trend. So we're just going to have to see if that 618 is going to hold up or if it's not. I mean, that's just part of the game. You got to take the trades whenever it matches up with your strategy. So that's just what I do.
Amen. What's happening in your world, Red Man?
Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy Goat Tales fam. We love you. It's another beautiful Sunday here in Las Vegas. It's cold. I don't know. It's probably cold everywhere right now, but yeah, it's definitely chilly. Anyways, yeah, happy to be here.
And we have Dark Crash. What's going on, Dark Crash?
Not much. Living the dream. Just finishing up a very busy weekend serving some very important plumbers.
There you go. There you go. And DDT from Dark Crashes from the Great North and DDT's from across the pond. What's going on, DDT?
yeah, always good. Family day today. Got to take some time away from charts, but yeah, no complaints as always. Always blessed.
Family first, man. Nothing else really matters. Oh, Jimmy's not even here, and we got the beat. That must be Dave Digital. All right. Crash, why don't you go ahead and say hello to chat for us?
And take it easy on him,
Yes.
Chat, because it's his first time. Welcome,
Yeah, so
Crash. Say hi to the
so
chat.
here we go. We have a handful of viewers here, starting with Jesse. Hello, Jesse. How are you? We got Steve
Hola.
Hickey in the chat, 3391. We also have down there All Set. Welcome to the channel there, All Set. Glad
He's
to
all
have
set.
you. Of course, we have good old Dave and Red in there as well. And of course, we're glad to have Darren here again. Real K Diggity. Good to see you, buddy. And of course, right there at the bottom again, Steve Hickey. Of course, glad to have you all here.
K
And if we
Diggity's
missed anybody,
in the house. Good to see
The
you,
Yeah.
K.
real K Diggity.
Yep. And if we missed anybody, definitely say hi in the chat so we can see you and say hi back.
Yes.
That's right. That's right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot to go over today. Hopefully get you guys caught up. But let's get right into the crypto bubbles. Red, you ready?
Let's go. Let me get out of the screen so you guys don't.
Are you
There we
ready,
go.
Red? Are you sure you're ready, Red?
Are you
Let me
ready?
see.
We love you, fam.
Yeah, so it looks like green across the board on the hourly. We're getting a nice little pump here. Just pumped out fun. It's up almost 1% in the hourly. It's sitting at rank number 52, $1.20 billion market cap. Not even a penny yet for a pumped up fund. World Liberty Fi, it's down 1.9%. The hourly is down one spot to number 31. Market cap $308 billion. It's 11 cents for one World Liberty Fi token. Let's see what else we got out here. We got Decred. Decred's dinosaur coin's been around for a long time, but look at guys, it's up 87% for the year. Congratulations to the Decred people. It's up 131 spots, number 86, $450 million for market cap. It's $26.06 for one token. Congratulations to the Decred people. Let's see what other notables are out there. I don't really see much. Let's go on to the daily. Daily AI play Pippin on Solana. Pippin's up 26.9% for the daily. It's up 2,000% for the year. This thing is just screaming out of control. It's up 672 spots, number 75. That's not financial advice though. Let's see how long this it takes for it to go back down 90%. We'll see what happens. It's 61 cents. Get your one Pippin token. I'm not putting a bunch of trust into it. There's a bunch of red out there. It looks like Friday was a bad day.
Kite. Lifer called Kite on his show
Kite.
a couple days ago.
Fly your kite. Kite is coming in. It's up 117% for the month. It's up 18.6% for the daily. It's up 12 spots, number 84. Gonna take over the world with my kite. $458 million market cap, 25 cents per kite token. Let's go on to the weekly here. What do we got in the week? Morpho making a comeback. I've been watching this thing. It bottomed at $1.08. I was looking at it. I was going to buy it, but then I thought, well, it'll probably go down more. It didn't. It went the exact opposite direction. It's up 9 spots, number 60, $874 million market cap. DeFi play, love the project. $1.59, get you one Morpho. It's up 21.1% for the week. It's up 33% for the month. That's Morpho for you people out there. Kite, there's a kite. Hey, fly your kite. It's there. All right, Injective. Injective is up 12.8%. Injective is still down 77% for the year. So nothing to get too happy about yet, but it's up 12.8% for the week. Give it a little bit of love. It's up 14 spots, number 99, just creeping in the top 100, $352 million market cap, $3.52 for one inject. I remember this thing was like $20. That was a long time ago. All right, let's go on to the monthly. Monthly still got a lot of recovery to do in the monthly, a lot of recovery. All coins bleeding to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down 24.5% for the month. So let's see here. Hype is sticking around. Hype is still up 28% for the month. 7 spots, number 13, $6.90 billion market cap. $28 get you one Hype token. Let's see what else. Stable. Stable's up 53.7% for the month, up 51 spots, number 79. $525 million market cap, 2 cents, get you one stable token for the year. Just we'll recap it real quick. Yeah. So you're typical for the year. I mean, as you guys can see, alt season has not come yet. Hopefully it does, like Santa, comes in and just sprinkles a bunch of gifts on the crypto community. Billy, that's all I got for you.
All right, brother. Great. I am going to say hello. Good to see you, CCM. Happy belated birthday. That was a great stream we had the other night, or you had the other night that I was trolling with you. That was fun.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Yep, that was a good time. So everybody make sure they're checking out Crypto Coin Mindset. All right, let's get right in. Tony's not with us. Jimmy's not with us today. I think Jimmy's pretty much let this out, but everybody pray for Jimmy's mom. She's in the hospital again. She needs love and attention right now, man. So we're missing Jimmy. But let's go right into our coin market cap. Dave, I'm ready if you're ready.
Sounds good to me.
We love you,
All right. So if look at fear and greed, guys, right here. Fear and greed. Up to 14. Still in extreme fear right there. But it's up to 14. We saw it go down to 5. It's up to 14. The coin market, or the market cap, is 2.31 trillion, which still boggles my mind. Will always boggle my mind. I mean, guys, I'm sure when we remember these days and we say that, can you believe that the crypto market cap, the total crypto market cap, was only 2.3 trillion? I think we're all going to be like fascinated, because I see this. We will all see this. Like in the 20 trillion for sure. So we're so early right here. It's amazing to me. But not to reiterate what Red just did, but we do want to make sure that in the top 10, BNB is all the way at $614. And I hope some people got into some BNB, man. Let's click on BNB real quick. Look at this, man. Dave, this is where I wanted it, baby. This is where I wanted it right here. You remember?
Love it when you call me baby.
You love it. Yeah, this is where I wanted it. That's
where you want it. Stick it.
Well, yeah, I'm sticking it. It's called DCA. It's called DCA. XRP down to, don't say anything more, Dave. XRP down to $1.39. Yeah, what else do we got? Solana, $83 Solana, guys. $83 Solana. Where is it going to? I know this. Wow. If it goes to 40, that is going to be amazing. If it goes down to $40.
Flip it.
It's all going to zero.
It's all going to zero. And Doge, look at Doge. In this bear market, Doge still holding at 9.5 cents. Pretty amazing. Cardano down to 27 cents. We actually are going to talk a little bit about one of these stories connect to Cardano too. And
that sure does make an NFT cheap.
It sure does.
And super valuable. Just saying.
Yeah. Our Billy Goat Tales NFT, which we're going to be talking about our new trip, probably not next week. I'll be going, let's see, probably the following week. So talking about our new trip. So
and you can get that at billygoattails.io.
That's right. So with that, there's your coin market cap update, and let's go right into our prediction markets with Dave Digital.
Let's see what's going on over there.
We love you,
So there's a couple of notable things on here. I didn't even know this was a thing, but for some reason they're asking, will the stock exchange even be open for trading tomorrow? And I mean, it looks like 95% odds say that it will, but wow, 5% of people for some reason think that the stock exchange will not be open tomorrow. I didn't even know that was going on. Will they get snow in New York City? So you can bet on the weather here. Anywhere between the 21st to the 24th.
Sure does feel like it.
Yeah, you over there in New York City?
No, in Las Vegas, it feels like it's going to get snow in New York.
Hold on, go back to that. Trump, that's the State of the Union. When is that, Tuesday? I think that's Tuesday, isn't it?
Maybe. Will he say fake news, Billy, or ballroom? Probably
Fake
both.
news.
Think he'll avoid the ballroom?
I don't know, but I think I would vote for fake news.
Looks like it's 1-to-1 money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was another one. Will a court order a tariff refund before 2027? So anytime this year, 77% say yes, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. I think they need another one that says, will the refund be overturned? So if they go with the refund, and then will it be overturned from there? Just interesting. So what was another interesting one? They think that the Bitcoin price will be right where it is, right when it is right now. They also had another one that was pretty interesting. Will the U.S. confirm aliens exist before anytime this year? Yes or no? Most people are saying no. So is this one of the ones that maybe Kalshi is going to get it wrong, since we just don't believe, right? As a whole, nobody believes in aliens. So is this your chance to make 4-to-1 on your money if you vote yes?
I mean, I would vote yes in a heartbeat. I think it's pretty arrogant to believe now with
aliens are
a
real.
million Earth planets.
Well, Billy, that's the beauty of this platform, Kalshi, is if you would bet yes, then you're going to take that bet. There you go. I think we'll just end it on that. That's the prediction markets for today.
Wow, that was quick. That was quick. I like those prediction markets.
Yeah, pretty good. Nice, easy stuff right there on the front page. Interesting. At least interesting, to say the least.
Well, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart, DDT.
Oh, are we bringing up DDT? Sounds good.
All right, should be all up. Hopefully everyone can hear me.
Yep.
So, quick scan on what I see on Bitcoin. So basically what's happened, obviously we've had the pukes basically from 98K. We've had pretty much 5 almost bearish weeks, money flow in the red, but it is rounding, which is a good thing. And we have the momentum waves heavily oversold. Generally stuff can, so as a precursor, it can stay oversold longer than what we wanted to before it turns up. But it's posturing, at least generally when we have the price action or the momentum waves like this, we could probably just kind of form a range, or we could kind of get a little bit of a relief rally. So those are kind of the 2 options I'm seeing at this point. And yes, we could go lower. But my thought is we're going to need something to accelerate that move to the downside now. We've had all the bearish news. We've had all the bearish price action. I think kind of we are generally more than likely going to range, and then obviously still make one more move down is probably the kind of eventual thing. As to if and when that happens, it's all a matter of kind of the price action, geopolitics, whatever it is. But for now, the charts, basically how I read it, it's kind of just saying range. If I take my kind of put the drawings on, basically just your previous weekly range, you're inside. You've had an inside week. You've not done anything. So we are generally, when this happens, you've had your pukes, we've had your drops, you've had your kind of your liquidation cascade, the first week of February, and then now you're going sideways. So now this is generally what I would expect price action to do. But looking at the daily, and if we go into if this thing allows me to get into my object tree, Let me just quickly turn off the weekly and put my daily nickel puts and controls, daily blocks, and I want to put this range on. So currently, for anyone that didn't see, I put a small little short video out, just clipped a video out of one of my live streams within Frankie's kind of premium lives. I think it was maybe Wednesday or Friday I clipped it, or I think I uploaded it yesterday. But we now have a range basically between 67,200 or volume profile between 67,200 and 7,400. The way I pulled this range was on the 4 hour. I've kind of explained why I did it the way I did it. I don't like the V shape. So basically this is not ranging price action. That's why I generally disregard it. But for now, like, this has been perfect, kind of clear, decent little price action scalps. If you had this range marked out, yeah, you could have had 4, 5, 6 kind of decent little swing or kind of intraday trades, long and short. For the most part now, earlier on this week, we had the 4 hour kind of bull div, not the best one, but we had a 4 hour bull div into like 65.5K. This is obviously as well deviation of the volume profile. And we've reclaimed the value area low now, having pushed up again. Bit of a scam wick on Friday coming down, but that's always the case. Friday, they generally shake out a few more traders before they kind of range or kind of just sit sideways, or kind of a little bit of a pump up. But for the most part, the 4 hour or the 4 hour money flow is just kind of, it's faking out so more than what I would like it to, for it to give me a bias to say that kind of the low is in and that this value area low will hold for now. Ideally, what we haven't done within like the last week is actually done a full rotation of the volume profile. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. If I flip back up to the daily time frame, kind of the momentum wave wants to start turning up. So it's just a bit slow. So there's no real velocity behind any moves up. It's kind of slow and painful, if we're going to call it that. But for now, the issue is this VWAP on the daily is kind of rounding out and coming down, which means we could be, and also the momentum waves, for those that look at these and know how they move, they are starting to roll over a little bit. So that might be a suspect. We might get a red dot sometime in the next day or two, and that might as well pull us down a bit. For the most part, we're ranging. We're looking at the 4 hour. We've kind of got this volume profile to trade. Money flow is not necessarily doing all that much. That kind of will give me too much hope in that we are going to do a full rotation again. So when we had these rotations here, obviously we had a strong trend on the 4 hour money flow down, and the 4 hour money flow kind of carried on down into the red. That gave us a full wave. Now what we're going to need, we've only really had like, what is this? 2.5 days of money flow in the red. So we had from the 20th of February to like now today. That is not a long enough wave for money flow in the green on the 4 hour to actually give us kind of the sustained moves like we did have here, where we had this money flow top over in the green, come down, and then obviously continued into the red. So generally just the trend is not kind of, it's suspect to me that it's not really going to give us a sustained move up at this point. We need some firepower under Bitcoin at this point. And also as well, for those that saw, Michael Saylor has been hinting that he bought again, which is also a bit alarming. So it's been the second week that he's bought below his entry, actually averaged his entry down, or was going to be. So that's a bit kind of, it's a good thing, because that's ideally how we should be buying Bitcoin if we are, not financial advice. But there's just no, kind of everyone's out the market, people are chased away. But if you're looking at kind of on-chain metrics, fear and greed, and probably something that Billy will allude to later on, there's a lot of metrics that say that Bitcoin is still in a good position if you want to position yourself in kind of spot allocations. So take that with a pinch of salt, and kind of use that for how you would want to use that. But for the most part, there's just no real firepower behind Bitcoin, and kind of as is the case as well, our trade ranges. Kind of next point below us, really, I would watch kind of the 65.5K low to be taken out. If we are going to get a dive down, I would ideally prefer to take out all of this. So there's all this liquidity here, all that. So that's basically the liquidity in plain sight. So that anything kind of in this zone here is basically looking for a long. Anything like there, you probably are going to get sustained bullish divergences, at least on the daily, at least on the 4-hour kind of upwards. So that's probably my level to the downside. Generally just rules by the law, rules of volume profile. Kind of your key resistance is back into this POC. We have a daily level there, which is start of a daily order block. So 68.8 to 68.9, almost 69K is kind of the key resistance above us. We could have a little bit of liquidity sweep above us into that. But for the most part, I would say, as is my strategy, is I would just trade this range. 67.2, and hopefully you can get long here. Ideally, your best longs are below on the deviations of the volume profile at the moment, the value area low. And then obviously, if you want to get short, obviously your deviations above kind of are the better shorts with confluence. But for now, key levels for me now is taking out all of this. We've had some trend-based liquidity all the way based on Friday. So anything down to 65.5, I'll probably be watching for confirmations for a long, but kind of key resistance above us, 68.8, 69K, kind of the most intermediary, kind of closest level of kind of resistance. But for now as well, yeah, before the top side, I think we're pretty much going to be kind of heading into this kind of sideways market now, as we usually would. Kind of having traded TradFi and kind of its susceptibility to news and all these type of things. If anything's going to dive this week, Bitcoin will, alongside all the other kind of TradFi assets. So it's just got to bear that in mind. But for now, we've come down, we've puked, we found a range, we found balance for the most part. So that's kind of how I'm trading this and kind of where I'm looking and kind of looking to trade this currently at the moment. And yes, we can go lower, but kind of those are kind of not really anything I really want to be looking at now. I want to kind of trade for the here and now, but still be prepared for kind of the lower levels. But based on what's in front of me and what I'm seeing, I'm pretty much trading like 65K, give or take, up to like 71, 72K as a range. Although that doesn't sit quite within the volume profile, but kind of echelons, kind of extremes of where price action is now. Kind of, yeah, 65 to 72 is kind of the range that I'm looking at, but obviously the volume profile is between 67,200 and 7,400.
All right. There you have it, guys. Excuse me. There you have it, guys. So DDT's got you covered on Bitcoin. We might have him look up a little bit about some of these other coins as we go. He and Crash as we go down here through our stories. This story here. Let me get this one pulled up. So guys, check this out. And full disclosure, I do own Zero. But I found this news. I'm not bringing it up because I own it. I actually read all about this and then I bought it. That's basically what happened there. What happened to my screen share, Dave? Or do we not? There you go. Dave's on it. Dave's on it. First story, guys. So what's the latest news on ZRO, right? So hashtag ZRO. LayerZero announces major blockchain launch and institutional partnership. Here's the latest. Announced Zero blockchain launching fall 2026. So Zero's been out, guys. It's been out, but they're creating a layer 1 blockchain. So the Zero token's been out, but they're creating a layer 1 blockchain. Promising 2 million transactions per second and near zero fees, secured strategic investments from Citadel Securities, ARK Investment, Kathy Woods, and Tether as well. Partnered with the DTCC and Google Cloud to explore digital market structure and AI, and confirms integration with Cardano blockchain. 12 February 2026. This was confirmed, and chills for fan tokens. So token price was around, when I printed this, was around $1.73. It was up about 14% right now. We're at $1.61. So there you go. Now, what's so fancy about, why is this? Well, LayerZero Labs announced ZERO, a new blockchain designed to eliminate long-standing scalability changes of decentralized networks, with launch set for fall 2026. Now, there was just a token unlock too, guys, so keep that in mind. I think the market's kind of trying to play out whether or not the token unlock is going to impact the price, of course, like we always talk about. But ARK Investment is becoming a shareholder of LayerZero Equity and ZRO, with Kathy Wood, founder and CEO of ARK Investment, joining LayerZero's advisory board. Google Cloud will explore how to enable AI agents to make micropayments and trade resources instantly without needing a bank account. So very, very interesting. I am long on Zero myself. I like the players. I like what they're trying to do. I like the scalability. I like the integration with AI. I like the fact that they're creating their own layer one blockchain and they're doing it the right way. So this to me is like a good buy. Now financial advice. It fits perfectly in my portfolio for my DGM bag, my bag of X amount of dollars that says, hey, is this a good play? And maybe it's going to 10X. Who knows, right? Maybe it goes to zero, right, Jesse? Could go to zero. Everything could go to zero. But what do you think about this, Red Man?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm super interested on Google's part of this because they are now a backing member of LayerZero, and it's Google Cloud actually. And then on top of that, the DTCC is involved with this. So the DTCC is the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, is part of this project as well. They are also backing LayerZero. Very, very interesting partnerships with Cardano and Midnight. So yeah, this coin, not financial advice, but it looks like it might have a little bit of upside to it with all these partnerships. I'm gonna have to do some extra digging on it, but definitely something to look into as far as an alt's concerned. But yeah.
Any thoughts, Dave Digital? What'd I do?
Oh, Dave's muted.
I was muted. Yeah, I did have one thought, and not necessarily on the topic specifically, but just a note out to YouTube to let them know that this is our own platform. This is the Billy Goat Tales platform. These are our stories right here that we're publishing on the Billy Goat Tales network. This is our content created by us for this show specifically. I just wanted to point that out to the YouTube algorithm, and that's all I have to say about that for now.
That's all I have to say about that. Thank you, Forrest. Any thoughts on that, Dark Crash?
Uh-oh, Billy, I think you're frozen.
Oh, my
He's
friend.
back.
You're back. You're back. You're back.
So even though
So that was on Zero, the interoperability chain, what do you call that? The chain that's tagging up with Google and doing all that AI stuff.
yeah, they're creating their own layer one.
Yeah. So I feel like their integration, their capitalization as well with ARK Invest is critical because it'll leverage the whole interoperability. I think that your Polkadot may or may not have been failing to do.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that too later on too.
Yeah.
Some good stuff coming up with Polkadot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any thoughts, DDT?
No. Only thing I will say is that I think getting into all the adoption of certain layer ones and layer twos by institutions, they're not adopting ETH. Obviously, ETH for some investment, but actual use case, these layer ones and layer twos are actually proving the use case and kind of the utility, which is a good thing. And then obviously kind of a big player like ARK Invest, Kathy Wood, Google, kind of the clap behind ZRO at the moment, could stand it in good stead. But yeah, kind of obviously as well, ZROs will make fees cheaper for transactions as layer ones or layer twos usually do. They side chain or off chain. So
Yeah,
it will help us. It will help us kind of either move coins or help us kind of process payments or anything like that a lot cheaper. It will make things quicker and more efficient. Kind of, so it does help us at the end of the day.
Yeah, not only that, Tether is going to develop a USDTO coin and that's going to be the LayerZero Tether coin, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's some big names we're throwing around here. I mean, this isn't something to scoff at. I mean, it's definitely an interesting topic. It could potentially be something one day, but when you get all of these big, Charles Hoskinson, you get all these big people together, you're building something. You've caught somebody's eye. Your protocol is doing something. So especially since Kathy Wood's going to be on the advisory board, I mean, that's humongous. That means TradFi is opening their eyes. That's a big bridge there of a lot of liquidity. So it's definitely something to look out for. I'm not going to say the price is going to go up, but I'm going to say that I like where this thing is headed right now.
Well, we're trying to bring our audience some good alpha. You never know. Do your own research. But I agree with you, Red. Fundamentally, when you look at the fundamentals, has nothing to do with trading right now. But when you look at the fundamentals and you look at pricing and where we're at in the bear market, certainly could go down before it could go up. But they are positioning themselves for something that I believe in the next bull run will be a good project. Now that's just my worthless opinion. But wanted to kick it around, expose everybody to that, and then you guys go check it out, do your own research, and see if it fits your portfolio or not. With that, let's move into a little bit of XRP, Ripple, our list Ripple news, Dave. The institutional staking pivot from Ripple. Ripple accelerates institutional custody adoption with security, compliance, and staking capabilities. Banks customers now have access to cryptocurrency related investments. And we've been hearing about XRP and, their rails and what's going, the hopium, right? That XRP would someday be the financial system's rails. I still own my XRP from 2017, man. I'm probably never going to sell it. I don't know. But I do like the fact that they are doing some new things, some different things. And besides just being ISO compliant, that's old news. Am I frozen?
No, you're good to go.
Okay. So this news with XRP and what they're trying to do now is kind of cool. I kind of think that that they are the one, like they are real too, right? Why are they real? Because they're Ripple. Ripple is a real company. It's in the legacy world. It's doing great things for crypto, for blockchain. It's doing great things for our ecosystem. And I like Ripple, generally speaking. They've been pro-crypto, pro-positive crypto, but Ripple just recently announced a series of strategic collaborations that expand the capabilities of Ripple custody, reinforcing its position as one of the most institutional-ready digital assets custody solution on the market. According to their press release, through a partnership, Ripple Custody is able to provide institutions with an out-of-the-box enterprise-grade solution that can be developed very, very quickly while retaining full control over their cryptographic keys. So this kind of stuff, guys, is behind the scenes. What's going on in a bear market? What are companies doing, positioning themselves for the future? How are they positioning themselves so that maybe the value of their company and value of their shares and value of their tokens go up? When you hear stuff like this, makes me feel at least like, hey, man, it's just not dead. They're moving forward. They're taking action. They're very persistent in their efforts. The largest bank of Denmark announced that its customers will, for the first time, be able to gain exposure to the two most common cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, according to a different press release. And Bitcoin's probably going to be, XRP is probably going to be on that list a little bit later. What do you think about Ripple, Redman? What do you think about this move?
Yeah, so I mean, Ripple is continuing to do what Ripple does, right? I think recently they integrated Figment and into its custody platform, and that's going to allow large banks and institutions to earn staking rewards on networks like Ethereum and Solana without leaving the Ripple ecosystem. So something like they're trying to do what Elon's trying to do with X. You know, they want to keep you in the same spot. They don't want you moving from ecosystem to ecosystem. And how they're going to do that is they're going to create a yield generating vault for traditional finance, and that's going to keep you there, and it's going to give you a high APR to, you know, dangle some rewards in front of your face so that you know your money will stay in their ecosystem. I get it. The $1 trillion prediction from the Monica Long. I mean, we hear this every so often with Ripple. You know, $589. It's going to 1,000. It's going to have the world's rails are going to be running on Ripple. I get it. I like hearing that kind of stuff. Who doesn't, right? But is it reality? It hasn't been yet. So until it is reality, I got to look at it like, okay, this is just Moon Boy talk. And, you know, I'm going to need to see some evidence before anything else. But I get it. We hold Ripple. I mean, we hold XRP. My wife and I do. We've held it for a while. She likes it a little more than I do. I need to see some evidence first before people start throwing out numbers that are just astronomical. But I do appreciate what Brad Garlinghouse has done for crypto. And I shook his hand when I got a chance at Bitcoin last year. And I told him, thank you for saving crypto, because he did. He went out there and he fought back and he won. And I got a lot of respect for those guys. It's the Moon Boys that run around saying that Ripple's going to $589 and all this other stuff that kind of taint their ecosystem a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I'm bullish on XRP.
Those guys have been wrong the entire time
The whole time.
I mean, they've been wrong the entire time.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like me with my Polkadot, right? I love that project. I own that project. I'm long on Dot, but you don't hear me like just totally Moon Boy that, right? It's like, it is what it is. The coin went to almost zero, Jesse. It's like, it is what it is, dude. It's been an absolute horrible investment. Just admit it, man. You know, to tell the truth. The truth will set you free. And XRP, I guess, you know, so I bought it at like 34 cents. And that's where I got most of it, between 34 and 37 cents. So, you know, what is it right now? $1 something?
$1.41.
I'm glad you asked, Billy. Let me check. So what I'm going to do is go back over to our nice Billy Go Tells stream, and then I'm going to go over here to the CoinGecko price right from the Billy Go Tells stream deck, and let's check the XRP price.
There you go, Dave. Can you blow that up? Make that like...
How big you want? What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You want... What do you want?
I don't know. No, that's fine.
That's full screen
it's
for
fine.
me.
I got like 6 screens open right now, so I can't believe I'm not frozen up, actually. So now that looks great.
Don't jinx yourself.
You know what? My form was over the little the mobile version.
I see.
That's crazy. Yeah. What? Any thoughts on that crash? XRP.
Yeah, it's like the salmon going upstream. They've been fighting against trying to get caught by that bear for so long, and as Dave was alluding to, it's just incredible. Like the credit they deserve as well for what they've done with the litigation part of it all, trying to essentially spearhead this new transactional system, which we have been begging for, that is going to completely take over Swift and all these interoperable transactions. Now put that together with what we're seeing with Visa and the automation of transactions and cryptos being turned over, and we can see that we're going to have this much more fluid system of, say, from my perspective, say from a wholesaler's perspective. Okay, so a plumber wants a simple little part or a tube or a tank or whatever, and they place the order with me. The transaction goes through, then there's the whole process of me having to go through invoicing and whatnot. Now, this whole process could be automated and simplified, essentially, allowing for the money to flow right from customer wallet all the way down the line through to manufacturer, be reconciled nice and quickly. Of course, in accordance with all the movement of the goods as well. Like the end manufacturer is not going to receive the money right away until that product leaves their shop, for example. But it simplifies it along the way, each of those steps as well. So this is something that Ripple, I feel like they have a very good stance on, at least in the supply chain side of things as well.
Yeah, DDT, you want to pull up the XRP chart? Take a look at that. Just real quick, just like a 2-3 minute observation of like what's going on with XRP.
Okay,
Because when nobody's talking about these things is exactly when I want to talk about these things.
so
So yeah, let's hit that.
so kind of quickly, XRP is acting exactly the same as Bitcoin, as is most of the major alts anyway. They've all had obviously capitulation, all come down at least 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Still trading within the weekly candles, so they are trying to find a range. Heavily oversold on the weekly, money flow red, but money flow is now flattening out rather than capitulating and getting lower on the weekly for the time being. On the daily, we do have this daily trigger red dot, which might be no, it's not. I thought it might have been a blood diamond, but for now, it's forming a range. It's doing exactly what Bitcoin and a few other kind of major alts are doing. I wouldn't say there's cause for concern until it loses, until it gets basically below this wick. Wait, there's some volume there. Yeah, I think when it starts losing like $1 psychologically, it runs the risk of running it back to like 60 to 80 cents, kind of this zone here, kind of in the top section of it's like forever range. But for the time being, it's basically doing what kind of Bitcoin is doing, kind of following Bitcoin's price action quite significantly. There was a bit of a stop run earlier in the week on the 15th, or last week Sunday. There was a stop run into a kind of previous range just above here between 153 and 163. The Fibonacci that it ran into was pulled from 193 all the way down to the low. But yeah, it's not proving to me yet, kind of like Bitcoin, that it wants to move up again. It wants to range and chill out, kind of what Bitcoin's doing. The 4 hour is probably also just, flipping between the red and the green, just can't make its mind up. Volume, I didn't really mention kind of volume on Bitcoin, but also as well, volume has been very sporadic. Like you'll get these puffs of volume where it just kind of cheats up and then it'll come back down. It's all like, to me, it just seems like predatory action. And what a lot of probably find with these alts, that a lot of kind of people or kind of investors want to exit, so they have kind of sell limits in the spot book set to kind of get out, because they would want to capitulate or they want to just get out and rebuy lower if they've kind of bought tops. But for the most part, the price action specifically on alts, we have to be careful for now, just because of kind of this predatory pumps and dumps kind of. And when they do this is just basically goes into a sell wall, and it'll be spot kind of basically wanting to exit higher than what they have, or kind of if they can. So this is kind of the usual kind of bear market type of scenarios where kind of lots of pumps are just sold into. But for the time being, it's just it's not really showing me anything that it kind of wants to jeet up again.
It's just kind of just doing its thing, and it looks like it's just kind of meandering, and maybe even going to start consolidate right down there at your bottom line there. But we remember this: 7 startups they bought in the last 24 months, and they bought big startups like that Hidden Road brokerage firm, which was like $1.2 billion or $1.25 billion. And G Treasury, they bought that, a treasury software. These guys are consolidating to become not just payment rails, but also they're into custody treasuries, just under this behind the scenes stuff for the crypto marketplace. And that's why they're, to me, with a valuation of 40 billion, Ripple, they're a real player, man. They're a real company. So hopefully you would think, I mean, and this has been the argument of the XRP guys the whole time, right? That this is a real dog in the real world. And you would think that this thing would be more than a buck or two. And it's just been beat up from the feet up. I hope for their sake. I know people own a lot of XRP, and I just hope for their sake that thing just explodes for them and let them get their money. You know, I really do.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Red.
So right now, I guess recently a Ripple senior developer released a blog post exploring native staking for XRPL. I thought they had native staking. That's weird. While XRP doesn't currently use staking for consensus, Ripple is looking at ways to reward token holders through a new programmability fees and rewards protocol. So and rewards pools. So I guess that's coming. That's very interesting. I thought they had that already, but they don't. Yeah, because how do you get fees on the XRP blockchain? Because Ethereum gets them through the staking feature. That's their staking consensus. But XRPL doesn't have that. So who is getting the fees? That's very, very interesting. I'll have to look into that. This article talks about it. But I thought they had that already. I guess I was mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not certain. I don't want to comment on that. I'm not certain. I don't have an XRP. I have my XRPs in my ledger, so I don't use like any specific wallet or any of their ecosystem really. I think I might have an XRP NFT somewhere from way.
Yeah, it has to be validated by nodes, and the nodes get the fees for the transactions.
Yeah, so there'll have to be a vote of some sort. Give the nodes and validators less fees to be able to pass some fees on, or kind of reward to stakers, give or take.
Yeah, because there's got to be an incentive for keeping the blockchain going. So I'm sure that's the way it's. I'm going to read into this, but I'm sure that's how they do it, is they reward their node operators. If that's how it goes, but yeah, I'll have to look at that later.
Yeah, I wanted to, before we get into the next, our own Billy Goat Tales dashboard, Dave, I did want to bring up a couple cool things separately that just because of where we're at in the crypto, we're in a bear market, but just where we're at, guys. I mean, there's like, and there's no slide to show. I'm not going to show a slide, Dave, but a couple of charts that I'm looking at. Like the VC check size grows for crypto companies. So from 2020, it was the VC check. So, people invest in venture capitalists investing in crypto in 2020 was 1.4 million. In 2021, it was 2.5 million. In 2022, and remember that 2022 is a bear market, was 3.8. You see, behind the scenes, bear market, it went from 2.5 to 3.8. Then 2023, it dropped to 2.9, but then it went back up to 3.3. And guess in 2025, it went to 5, which was not 5 million. That was about 12 million, which is crazy. The VC U.S. companies rebounded sharply in 2025 after a 2-year slump. Investor deployed about, billion. Did I say million? Billion. Investor deployed about 7.9 billion, up 44% from 2024. Yeah, this is, so to see the chart where people are coming in and investing in crypto and the industry is huge. And also another big, keep an eye on is the M&A and the deals for the VC-backed blockchain companies. Very sharp spike up. M&A is at all-time high in 4 quarters ending Q3 2025. More than 140 VC-backed crypto companies were acquired, a 59% year-over-year increase. And then crypto bank applications. Crypto bank applications went from just 1 in 2021 to 14 in 2025. So crypto bank, now in 2021, there was no clarity. There's really, you're pretty much going to get shot down with Gary Gensler in those days. But you can see, and then the stable coin, this move on stable coins, investment in stable coin companies reaches a new peak. And Paxos, a 2.5 billion VC-backed issuer, mints stable coins for PayPal. So we all know that in 2025, big for stable coins. It's kind of, kind of interesting because like we started out 2025, and I would say the biggest play at the very beginning of 2025, January of 2025, it felt like real world assets and or AI was like the two things on everybody's radar. And it turns out that stable coins like really stole the show, stable coins. Now, for us investors, there's really not, unless you're buying the stock of the company, there's, a stable coin is a stable coin, right? There's really no way for us. But when you start tokenizing T-bills and things like that, for the government's doing that now, it's pretty big. BlackRock jumping in, all that stuff. Franklin Templeton tokenized funds have scaled past 400 million. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And then the last thing, prediction markets are the biggest crypto application since NFTs. So on this particular chart, it shows, all these guys, OpenSea, Dapper Labs back in 21, Yuga Labs, all of their investment. Now with the prediction markets, you see Polymarket and Kalshi. So that took off too. Just kind of like lay in the AI piece, because we all know AI is coming. We're going to be talking a little bit more about it in the crypto market and beyond. So
speaking of AI coming,
yeah.
Billy,
Yeah.
how about we go to a short little break?
Okay.
That was a word from our sponsor.
You should have put a little Worldcoin orb in there.
Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a teaser for us that well, it is.
Let it tease. Let their brains think.
Okay. All right. Dave.
Come on, Billy.
Yeah, all right. We'll tease it out. All right, let's move on. A little bit of Worldcoin news. I wanted to hit that, Dave, if you want to pull that up.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look with the Billy Goat Tales dashboard.
Right here in our own Billy Goat Tales YouTube. As you can see, these are original images created today for this specific topic and our specific articles with our specific links from our specific dashboard. Thanks, YouTube, for giving us the opportunity to stream on your network.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, Dave's
pulling the punches.
I'm gonna enroll him into anger management class here.
You're making great progress, Dave.
Thank you.
So just another thing to keep your eye on, the Worldcoin, now rebranded as World. we had a big sell off of WorldCoin. We had the market, one of the big wallets, whales, sold off. They are, however, building some unique things. I don't own this coin. I don't think anybody on. Does anybody on BGT own this coin? I don't think so. It's just more
No.
about the token is WLD.
It's the epitome of
WLT, just as we
centralization.
see here on the down to 38 cents.
Yeah. With what they're doing, the sell-off was on February 18th, big wallet, 5.7 million, I guess it was, or 14.19 million, wild, worth $5.7 million. But they've had some leadership changes. They are building and trying to get the World ID increasing. They're trying to increase that footprint of the World ID. I'm not big on, so let's talk about, and that's really what I wanted to talk about. So, we have these IDs and we need them like for almost everything, right? And they want to have it like that digital ID, a digital identity for yourself. I don't know how I feel about that, because part of me would say, at least speaking from as an American, if you're going to make me have an ID, show an ID, then there's no conversation in which you should not require an ID for voting. So to me, it's like one of those gray areas. I haven't signed up for any of that stuff. What's it called in the United States? When you clear, when you go to the airport, you can get in the faster line if you have a clear.
Nexus.
I think it's called clear here, but I might be wrong. It could be called Nexus. I don't know, but
Maybe we're mispronouncing that, but it does sound kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Red?
Without getting too political, because
like World ID's initiative.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about it.
No, look, I am totally for things that fight against bot activity. I am 100% for those programs. What I'm totally against is the centralization part of it. Now, WorldCoin has some great use cases, like this one right here. World has officially launched deepfakes, a real-time defense tool designed to solve the deepfake problem in video calls. It compares the person on your screen against an orb-verified proof of human template in real time, flagging synthetic overlays instantly. For that kind of stuff, yeah. I mean, we have our little verified check mark on X, and you want to know that you're talking to a human on the other side. You don't want to be talking to AI. I mean, who wants to have a conversation with AI all day? I don't think anybody does. And it's going to get to the point to where it's probably already there before Dave cuts me off. We're already there, right? We're already to the point where, we can be easily, what do they call it? Disguised. I could be an AI right now. You wouldn't even know it. When we were already at that point. Yes, but we do need some kind of verification feature where it shows that, okay, it is DDT, or it is a Dave Digital, or it is a Dark Crash. And you can know that by having some kind of verification. Now, am I going to give you a piece of my hair so that you can tell that it's me? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you my fingerprints or my eyeball or whatever it is that you're asking for. But I feel like these programs, if they're combating bot activity and deepfake activity, I'm totally for it.
Yeah. Are you trying to tell me that
Got a whole bunch to say, Dave?
Are you trying to tell me that this is not you?
Tony. When I look at Billy, all I can see is his dreamy eyes.
You sounds like you looks like it's got to be you, right?
You forgot the best part of that video, Dave. We can't show it because we don't want to get
Well,
in trouble,
Billy,
but-
I didn't want Billy to come right back whenever we're just going to land on the excavation of gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't want him to come right back right into that, you know. But yeah, AI's coming a long way. But you did make a point that I would push back a little bit on. You say that who wants to talk to AI all day? I mean, I currently probably talk to AI more than I talk to humans in a day. I do still talk to humans and enjoy a conversation with them, but not all of them.
Right. But if I wanted to call Dave Digital on the phone, I want to be talking to Dave Digital. I don't want to be talking to Dave Digital's
Yeah,
AI.
but
Is
who
what I was
wants
trying to say.
who wants anybody to call them on the phone anymore?
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, I
I
want to know there's a human there and not, that's why, like, I get the part where it does cut down on workload, it does cut down on things, but when you start impersonating somebody, or it gives the impression that, hey, I'm talking to Charles Hoskinson, but it's not him, it's his AI. You kind of feel cheated a little bit. I don't know. That's just me.
Disingenuous, I suppose, not as
Yeah, a
authentic.
little disingenuous. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I do think that there needs to be a clear separation of what is what, but I think Charles has done that. I think that when you're talking to an AI, I think that you need to know that you're talking to an AI. And if you're looking for some answers that that person necessarily can only give you, that's great. But if there are answers that the AI could give you, that could be good, especially for communities or something like that, or for courses or something that, that you can train it on how to answer questions for you. That way you don't necessarily have to be the ones to answer questions, but it still gives that personal touch that you are still there with them answering questions, walking them through. Let's just say it was a course or something like that.
And there needs to at least be like a disclaimer, right? Like at least letting the user or the viewer know exactly what's going on and whether or not it's an automated representation of oneself.
I mean, we would hope so, but we don't even get those disclaimers in bars anymore, do we?
No.
See, Billy, I didn't even go descriptive there.
I'm proud of you.
We're all growing up.
We're kind of segueing right into our next topic, which is Coinbase's agent kit, which is really, really cool. If you guys have not, I'm just assuming that most people use Coinbase. I could be dead wrong about that, but at least Americans, I would say most use probably Coinbase. But if you haven't explored their agent kit, you need to do it. I've deep dived out. I've basically done it all with the exception of hitting because I'm going to have to set up a different Coinbase account. It's like we'll connect right to that. But check it out. Coinbase launched they said, we're excited to announce the launch of our agent kit, a powerful new framework that bridges the gap between AI and blockchain technology. The AI agent kit represents a significant step forward in the integration of artificial intelligence with blockchain. The key features of flexibility, built-in on-chain functionality, developer-first approach, laying chain compatibility, blah, 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 blah. If you guys don't know what that means, here's the bottom line. This thing will be able to, and it's pretty easy setup. Took me probably 10 minutes. You download, I think I have this somewhere. You just download their documentation. You click it. It walks you through how to do it. You can watch right in that. It has a YouTube video. You watch the YouTube video, and then you just step through. They also have a Discord community if you're confused. Hey man, I'm basically 60 in a month. I didn't have a problem with it. It was pretty doggone simple to do. Now with that, I do understand very basic coding from way back in the 80s when I had in college, and I took basic in COBOL coding. But so I got a framework, but I'm no coder by any means.
So tell me, when you say you learned to code in Cobalt, you mean like the Cobalt stone that you took the chisel and the hammer and you were coding?
Oh no! So basic If you go back, the history of the programming language, BASIC was the first programming language out there ever, and I was around when that came out. So I had to take that in college. And the language itself is called BASIC. That's the language itself. And then came after that was COBOL, and COBOL was like the new future. As a matter of fact, if you recall, some of our banking systems, financial systems are ran on COBOL, the old COBOL. So,
and very vulnerable.
My only piece to bring that up is I have some base knowledge of that. So when you open up your dashboard and you go in, you gotta cut and paste some program language, and they make it easy because they give you in the documentation, which is their little toolkit, they give you that, and you just cut and paste, boom, 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 and I'm gonna actually sandbox that out so I have a different Coinbase account. And what's cool, you don't even have to have a Coinbase account. Like if you don't have Coinbase and you go into their website, just type in the agent kit for Coinbase. You don't even have to start with a Coinbase account. It's a different version. It's very limited KYC. You don't have to go through the whole thing. And they're trying to make this not just for current users, but for younger people that want to come in and just, hey, I want this thing to trade for me. I want this thing to buy, sell, and trade for me. And it's going to just do it. So I just didn't want to connect it to my main Coinbase account. It might be fine. I don't know, but I'm not taking that risk. So try it out. I like it. I will give you guys more information once I start using it. I didn't take the time to set up a new Coinbase account. I was like, nah, I'll do that later. What do you think about that? Buck Buchanan probably knows about this more than I do. But what do you think about that, Dave?
It'll be interesting to see if you're able to set up a new Coinbase account, and if their security allows it or if they don't. If you're able to KYC under a different account with the same ID, or if you're not.
Yeah,
or if that kind of screws you over in another way.
There's something in there about a sub account, or they give you some rules about it, but they really focused on most of that paragraph was about you don't have to have a Coinbase account to get started.
No. I meant whenever, because you're setting that up with your new bot, with your new agent. So it'd be interested to see if you're able to actually set it up as its own identity, or will they allow you to do it with your own ID, or
so they will
be able to operate a new account under Coinbase?
No, they did implement. It's called smart security guardrails. It says right here, investors are terrified of an AI draining the bag. Coinbase solved this with programmable guardrails. I can't talk right now. You can set session caps, max spend per day, and transaction limits that the AI cannot override, even if its logic is compromised. So no,
right. I think
so
my question is, will they let Billy have two different accounts, one for him, not on the Coinbase agents, but on his own personal agent that he's creating in its own sandbox with its own identity, with its own other things? Will he be able to create another Coinbase account for that agent?
Yeah, I will, because I will be using my digital ID for that. So I will not be using my driver's license. I'll be using my digital ID, which is, I've had that. I didn't know this, but it renews every year, so it comes in the mail. You know, you guys have, like, I've had this for, I don't know, I think it's like 3 years now. So this is a digital ID.
From doxing yourself?
No, there's nothing on here that can get me in trouble. Oh. Nothing. It's a Republic of Palau. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll be using this for all my agents. You know, it's when I say I'm sandboxing, I am sandbox. I'm sandboxing, so it's going to have its own separate bank account. It's going to have a separate wallet.
It'll be interesting to me if Coinbase's security features on the back end somehow trigger that connection and give you crap about it later.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just thinking that'll be interesting to see because we're all going to face that eventually as we're setting up these other. One account may not be enough anymore for all of us, so they're going to probably have to change those. That goes into what we talked about on Saturday. We need to rewrite the internet for the bots to use it, not necessarily for us to use it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Same.
What's Scar saying here? It's on Coinbase side or Coinbase. Nay. If you were talking about, you just go to coinbase.com and then in there search their agent kit and it should come right up.
And they're going to have gasless transactions as well. So these AI agents on Coinbase, they won't be paying any fees.
Yeah, and it'll work with your stable coins and everything.
Bedell says, ew, digital ID. Oh man, it's got me, it's how I originally used MEXC. So, MEXC, a lot of people in America still can't use it, MEXC, unless you're using a VPN. And I just logged on with my my digital ID and it worked out great, man. So yeah. I don't have any problem with it.
Well, before our next story, let's take another quick little break.
Join us Saturdays live for the Simple Terms podcast.
A new type of interactive live show where you join in to break down complex topics in simple terms.
Join our human and AI host this Saturday on the @BillyGoatTales YouTube channel.
Beautiful.
That's so cool, Dave. Another great production by Dave Digital Production Company. All right, let's move on. Any thoughts on the Coinbase thing before? I didn't know if I went around the room or not. I can't remember. Crash, you got anything, or DDT on that?
With regards to the Coinbase thing,
The AI.
I think it's Agent Kit. I think Agent Kit's super useful. Like its ability to interact with multiple AI frameworks across the board. They're trying to be the hub. They're trying to capture that same essence that Musk wants to do with X and have the everything Coinbase. And they want to have all those AI models be able to interact, be interoperable, and also to be a little bit more on the open source kind of side, allowing people to interact and script their own kind of things in accordance with these tools and software development kits that are available. So I think it's super handy to have.
How about you, DDT? Any of that interest you, or are you just sticking straight to trading, man, and all this other stuff just doesn't matter?
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I want to see kind of how this plays out before I'd even look to invest in agentic kind of finance and that type of thing.
There needs
first.
to be more research and development.
I need to see kind of the more risk, see what happens on the risk side. Obviously, you're sandboxing, Billy. So, well, you do it that way, then obviously you can only lose what you lose. But I think, yeah, we just need to see, even in the sandboxing, kind of what risks still reside there as well. There might be stuff that comes up within a few months that needs work. Claude or Maltbot or these people, kind of these companies or whatever, they see how they fix those, if any other risks do arise. But I'm a wait and see for now before I would kind of even start sandboxing for that matter.
Yeah, I think it's going to be smart and important to sandbox this because, so when I say sandbox, you're talking about a separate email, a new email. You're talking about a separate bank account, a separate crypto wallet, a separate Apple ID, a separate. I bought a Apple Mini. So everything is going to be just tight in that own ecosystem that it can't have access to my real person, even my digital ID. It's separate. So everything's going to be separated from me. And then, I'm going to play. I'll put $1,000 in there, let it play and see what happens. And I report back to Billy Goat Tales. I'm going to try to take some cut footage of this stuff too, just setting stuff up. I'm going to try just because I know a lot of people are interested in this And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I'm going to try to walk through it and get it working. And I think it's a good time too. I think in the bear market to do something new like this and get it set up for and get the bugs worked out for the bull run, I think is timing wise, it just made sense as well. So, but we'll see. Could lose it all. Everything could go to zero, right, Jesse? Could lose it all. So, all right, let's move on. Dave, pull up the dashboard. I think we're going to be talking about Ethereum. And because Ethereum is gearing up for a major breakthrough in 2026 and wanted to at least talk a little bit about that so everybody knew what was going on.
Billy, are you getting that information? Are you getting this picture up here? Are you getting that and this title up here? Are you getting that from another website or are you getting that from something locally?
Well,
that's the Billy Go Tells dashboard, isn't it? Oh, it is. Okay, just want to make sure that YouTube knows that this is the Billy Go Tells YouTube dashboard, live stream dashboard with our own material, logos, our artistic rendition. This is our material. We have our own links right here because sometimes we do have to have references of where we've done our research at. Very important as a creator. Just letting them know.
So the Ethereum Glamsterdam upgrade, right? That's what we're talking about. Why is that important? Well, because when Ethereum's done their updates, they did one of them in a bull run and that moved the price 30%. They did the other one in the bear run and then that moved the price still up about 3%. So it isn't like it's going to, like we're in a bear market. This update's coming in here in 2026, probably not going to move the needle price-wise too much. But it's important to know like what's going on because a lot of these updates help the protocol overall do better in the bear or in the bull market. So it's made some strategic steps towards the future of Ethereum with the roadmap becoming clearer and clearer. Ethereum developers, I'm Redman now. Ethereum developers are looking to bring significant changes to scalability, user experience, and network resilience. However, the main question remains, are these updates strong enough to lift the price of Ethereum amid this very sluggish market? Because look at the price of Ethereum right now, Dave. It's been doing what Bitcoin's been doing. It's down to, oh my goodness, $1,900. Wow, guys. So you've cut it in half. So we got up to almost 5,000, right? Didn't we get to 5,000 or close to it?
It was scared of that area.
Yeah. And so now we're down to $1,900. So what's Ethereum doing about it? They're building out, trying to make the structure focused on basically what they call three main pathways. One is of which is scalability improvement. That particular path combines the previously separate efforts of the layer one development. But the second part that they're trying to also do is as far as the Glamsterdam upgrade, gas price adjustment. And that's going to be huge because we've all complained about Ethereum's gas price. And they're also working on the ZK EVM piece as well, which is more of like a client side of the chain. And, you know, we all know that Vitalik is one smart individual. He might seem a little goofy sometimes here and there, but the guy is super smart, right? There's no way he's not super smart. So what he's done is he's looked at and we brought this up a couple of weeks ago, but he's looked at Ethereum and said, hey man, we missed the boat. We focused on the wrong things. Now it's time to focus on the right things. So this Glamsterdam update is going to help, I think, Ethereum overall remain the biggest layer one besides Bitcoin, as the biggest altcoin, layer one. And I'm long on Ethereum, so I'm always going to have some Ethereum in my wallet. We got some of it really cheap, and so we're not going to sell it. We're going to keep that for the long haul. I know Jimmy got some Ethereum on the last bear and rode that baby up to in this past bull market, did very well. I traded Ethereum, a gob of it, like a whole big gob of it, and did very, very well. That's why on October 10th, I sold all that stuff, Redman, and bought it back so I could offset some of my some of those trading gains, because trading in 2025 was absolutely amazing. Trading was, I did the best ever trading, but so when October 10th came on those bags when we were at Billy Goattail's retreat, I sold that stuff a couple of days later or whenever, a week later, whenever it was, and then I just bought it back just so I could take that loss, because that paper loss, because I did well on the trading side of the house. HODL bags, not so well. But anyways, what do you think about this update, Redman, with Ethereum? What do you think it's going to do for them?
The update is a massive technical win. It allows blocks to pre-declare which accounts they will touch. This enables nodes to process transactions in parallel rather than one by one. That is huge. And it's a huge leap towards Solana-like performance. So if you can take the liquidity that's in ETH and make it as good as what runs on Solana, man, look out. Because right now, Ethereum, this is not financial advice, but right now I'm looking at the chart. Ethereum's down 65% from all-time high. Yeah, 61.2% from all-time high. It's at the bottom of the range. The stochastic, I know a lot of people don't pay attention to stochastic RSI. I do. When it hits this bottom line here, I'm buying. When it's like around 20, 28 to 35, I'm buying ETH. And that's what I did. I bought ETH. I bought Bitcoin. I bought Uniswap. And I bought, what was the last one that I bought? I think it was a little bit of HBAR. It wasn't as much as the other ones. But right now, if you look at ETH on the chart, I'll get out of the way here. We'll just look at this real quick. See, from the top, and I'll just measure this right now. Here's the top right here at 49.48, all the way down. Oh, I don't want to move on. All the way down here, that's 60.26%, somewhere thereabouts. That's where we're sitting. That's all the way at the bottom of this run. Now, stochastic RSI is also all the way at the bottom. I mean, not financial advice, but if you're long-term bullish on ETH, you're going to be buying these levels. If you're long-term bullish on Bitcoin, you're going to be buying these levels. Just looking at the charts, because to me, it looks like it goes sideways. And if it goes down a little bit, so what? If it hits 1800, great. But because there's been so much sell pressure on this coin, when this thing bounces, it's going to bounce. That's my experience since 2018. When you get these massive peaks like that, and I'm not an everyday trader, I'm just some guy on the internet who's gone through a couple things in life. But I'm going to tell you from my experience, when you've seen valleys like this, these things go back up. It's just a matter of time. And I feel like ETH and Bitcoin are close to the bottom. They could go down a little more, but they're close. And if you're buying right here by the end of the year, or Q1 of 2027, I think you're going to be happy with what you see in your bags. That's just my take.
I have to agree with you there, Red. And I was just reading on something actually. One of the specific goals I think that they're trying to do to address both efficiency as well as gas fees is, I just read this thing about maximum extractable value, where these validators, they're reordering transactions for profit, which can lead to some sort of centralization risks on the networks and related other networks as well. So I was thinking that these new upgrades and whatnot should help put that to the wayside as well.
Yep. Any thoughts, DDT?
Kind of over the long term, obviously ETH is a major and the second biggest cryptocurrency. I think we can argue that it's also one of these projects that's too big to fail. And the fact that they're addressing the issue with the new upgrades, specifically like Dark Crash says, like these validators are kind of reordering kind of transactions so that they can make a little bit more money out of it. Isn't the best thing, but now that can be nibbed, that would be kind of ideal, kind of in the upgrade. And then also as well, kind of just the sequencing to make everything flow smoother and quicker, and obviously cheaper for transaction fees. Yeah, anything that improves their network in the long run is a win for them. And obviously as well, kind of DeFi runs on ETH basically. So yes, you can run it on sidechain, you can run on Arbitrum, you can run it on LayerZero, or kind of these other Optimism base for that matter, to kind of offset and make things cheaper. But at the core, ETH needs to be cheap as well for DeFi to function. So kind of that might be leading on to too many things further down the line. But as a whole, kind of it's always been a major issue, specifically speed, congestion, and fees. So that's being addressed. That's definitely a win for them and for kind of most of us, because most of us use ETH anyway. So yeah, for the most part, it's a win kind of as a whole.
Yeah, ETH needs that strong backbone.
Yep. Real quick, say hi to Chad. Buck, good to see you.
You don't want to read chat, Billy.
I don't want to read chat, but I want to say hey to Steve Hickey, because I see Claw is beating up on Steve Hickey, one of our longtime members, and I see 6-7 in there. Badell, good to see you. I'm going to just say my highs and not read all this stuff. Jesse, good to see you. Who else we got? Did I miss anybody?
No,
Jay
you didn't miss
Violet.
anything.
I think
Back
I
to the
said
show.
Jay Violet. Yeah, back to the show. You guys remember this is Billy Goat Tales, all right? No, so this is not a.
We need to change to our alternate accounts.
Swipe left. Swipe left.
Yeah, I don't want to read that stuff. All right, Dave, let's move on. What do we got coming up on our own Billy Goat Tales dashboard and news stories?
Coming up next, we have a short little break.
Billy Goat Tales.
Billy Goat Tales.
Billy Goat Tales.
Billy Goat Tales.
What is your favorite YouTube channel?
Billy Goat Tales. Hashtag Givers Gain.
Find Billy Goat Tales on YouTube every Sunday. Hashtag Givers Gain.
Amazing.
And then we have right here on the Billy Goat Tales live stream dashboard, we have Polkadot as our next topic.
That's right, guys. My man, Polkadot, is finally starting to do something different, which I'm very happy.
Doing something different.
I'm very happy about that. But with the Nova debit card, they are going to basically try to hit with this 150 million retailers, and they're really pushing it. And you can go to the App Store and get the Polkadot Apple Pay or the GPay. So what are they doing? Well, they're working to really make this smooth. And we're going to hit a story later because you see this is also powered by Mercurio. And there's a whole story coming up beyond next, or at least one or two stories down, because what Visa is doing is amazing, guys. Like Visa is really out there pushing it. I'm glad they partnered up with Polkadot. I'm glad that they are making this so easy for people to spend their DOT, use their DOT, instead of doing what I'm doing, just staking it all, making more DOT. Because now with because of Visa and their reunion or their union with Polkadot, they've made it so simple and easy. And I want to give more kudos to Visa for doing this than even Polkadot. I'm glad Polkadot is getting on the retail wagon here because it's very high tech, good LayerZero technology. That's why I was gung ho on it from the beginning. But from a price level, it just really has never paid out. I just keep staking it and earning more DOT. But if you haven't, check out this. Go to the Nova debit card. Check it out. You'll see the rewards. You see what you get. I don't have one. We're not sponsored. I'm not pushing it. I just exposing you because in a bear market, to see these chains building, these protocols building, I think is a very good sign, right? I think that's showing you that they're reinvesting in their company and reinvesting in what they're doing. And from just a good investment thesis, you want to see this kind of stuff because when you have a right to choose and pick, you got to look at the fundamentals. You got to look at who's behind the companies. You got to look at what they're doing, where they're growing, if they have a moat around them or not, before you want to put your hard-earned dollars into those. So when you start seeing these unique things that certain chains are building, they're beginning to build their moat, just like Apple has a moat, right? The iPhone is their moat. And just like Tesla has a moat. There's just, when they can do things that other companies haven't done yet, they might be able to do, but they just haven't done it yet. And what's really good, if they can do things that nobody can do, then that's a moat. And from an investment piece, that's just something you want to pay attention to, not a financial advice, just how I do it myself. But yeah, let me see if I can pull up let me see here. So for this to work, the leading mobile wallet for Polkadot is the Nova wallet. So what you just go to the App Store, you download the Nova wallet. The Nova wallet is a Polkadot wallet that supports 100 plus networks, 410 cross-chain transfers, and seamless Polkadot staking. It has support for dApps through Wallet Connect, governance voting, blah, blah, blah. Got the whole 9 yards if you're interested in the dot piece, and they make it so you can just spend it just like real money with Visa. So what I'm saying there, according to their white paper, according to what they released, their press release, you go to JCPenney's or Sears or wherever, you go to Best Buy, and you can use using your Nova wallet, you say you have 30,000 DOT. That equates to whatever, $1,000. All right. So you go to pay for something. You can use this wallet to pay for it because it moves it to your Visa. And when you go to check out, right, like instantly, you go to check out. Now it's US dollars on Visa. All the stuff behind the scenes is you're not seeing anymore, and it happens according to them quick. So I'm like, wow, that's good stuff. I remember way back in 2021 or 2022 when Lightning was being demonstrated for Bitcoin, and Mahler's went in. He was on stage and he put up a video of him going into a convenience store, buying like a bag of chips and a soda, and using the Bitcoin Lightning network to pay for it. Well, that was pretty cool back then. But now we're talking about instantaneous moving it to US dollars like quick, and using your Polkadot to spend, which I don't know. What do you think about that? Where do you fall on that, Red Man? Like this crypto, like I will never spend my Bitcoin for anything like that. I just won't. Maybe some of these alts, you got enough of it. Price is good. I might use some of it to buy something. But what about you? What's your thoughts on this whole DOT story, man?
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to give a big hand to DOT. Why? Because they hit a home run with this thing. Not everybody's non-custodial. I mean, there's a couple. I'm not going to flood anybody because I'm not here to flood people.
We're all
muted. There we go. Now we're unmuted. But yeah, I'm not going to flood anybody. But this is self-custodial, which means you keep your keys, which means you have control over your own funds. Not every card out there that's a crypto card, like a Visa or Master crypto card, is self-custodial. I just want you guys to know that. So they have control of your money. So it's like keeping your money on an exchange. I'll give them a big hand for that one. Also, the only time they really make money is when you top up the card. You know, say you want to put $5,000 in DOT in your card, they're going to take 1.5% of that. So that was the one thing. Yes, it's zero spending fees in Europe, not zero spending fees in America. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, and then they're going to charge you the 1.5% for topping up the card. But other than that, I everything that I'm seeing here on my screen, I like. I give Scott, I give him a little hand on that one because they're different. They're coming out with something different than the Apple Pay, the Google Pay integration, and the zero spending fees. Even though it's not for America, it's for Europeans. I'll give them the thumbs up.
Or maybe,
I mean, they're also coming in strong there with some good fee rates there to cover the gas fees, which is something we would normally have to deal with anyways on that front. So there's that, and just the fact that they're able to facilitate that in the background in as little as like a couple clicks.
I mean, what do you need more of to buy a piece of bubble gum? An Iraqi dinar or dot?
Did you see what Buck said? I think Buck said, does my available credit go down with the price of polka dot?
Yeah. You open up a dot credit card with an 800 score and you end up with a 420.
Yeah.
That's definitely the truth there, man. But I do like the building in the bear. I do like what they're doing. Let's see if it helps price action, right? Because a lot of us just, there's very little brand loyalty like there are with, say somebody has a car, a certain kind of car, a Ford or a Chevy or a Subaru or a BMW or whatever, right? Brand loyalty. A tennis shoe, somebody likes Adidas or Nike, right? In crypto, there's not a lot of brand loyalty, right? It's there's tribalism. Like I'm a big Cardano guy, always will be. I just love using the chain. It's easy. It's how I learned crypto. So yeah, I got some brand loyalty there, but I'll sell every bit of it if I think it's going to zero, right? I mean, that's money, right? So, not a lot of brand loyalty in the traditional sense to me. I don't know. What do you think about that over there in Europe, DDT?
DDT just teleported into a whole nother room. That was awesome.
Dang, wow.
How'd you do that, DDT? You just teleported. That was so cool.
OBS?
My visual effect decided to bomb out.
No
okay,
big
anyway.
deal. We were just talking about
No big
how
deal. You can just
fees.
see my little office.
I see,
Yeah,
you got
so
TVs everywhere, man.
no, those are soundproofing.
Oh, okay.
Soundproof blocks. The talking about kind of the usage of the cards, it's a good thing, but it's always just the fees has probably always been contentious with other providers. If anyone knows which other providers I may be alluding to, but also as well. So your fees, and then obviously the big thing is the non-custodial. So it's quite hard to find. So like you get like bit refill and you get like gift cards which you can use, but this actually using your kind of a debit card as such, kind of a better non-custodial debit card. It's a win again. It's something that makes it a lot easier or a lot safer for the time being, to move and to use your money that way, or to use your crypto that way if you want to sell it, or off ramp it to spending. But for the most part, it'll be a good thing. So it might be something I look at, because the two card services that I use, fees can rack up. And you lose spending basically on them, although the convenience, but that's about it.
Cool beans. Dave, I'm going to jump down to our Visa story, because I looked up, and the next thing I know, we got like 15 minutes left. So I want to make sure we get this one in. I think it's a pretty good story. Because again, we brought up Visa this episode 2-3 times. What they are doing is just magnificent for the cryptocurrency space. It is truly just glory for us, because they have bitten off 100% and said, hey man, it's not just fiat anymore. It's crypto. We have to integrate our system to it, and they're doing it, and they're doing it in a big way. So hats off to Visa, because they have just bitten off everything with crypto, and I love it. But the Mercurio,
Billy.
the Mercurio,
I would call it Mercurio, huh?
Mercurio, either one. They partnered, enabling faster, easier, and more secure crypto transfers via Visa Direct, Visa's near real-time payment platform. No more waiting for traditional bank processing or sharing bank account details. Visa card number is all it needs. You just need your Visa card number.
They're saying that's bigger, right, Billy? That you can off ramp.
Yeah, on and off ramp. Yeah,
that's huge.
Visa Direct.
There's no off ramps in the U.S.
That's what I'm saying. This Mercurio partnership, it connects to a lot of other cryptos. So it's called Visa Direct, a swift way to cash out crypto. So you just go to visa.com and you can read and learn all about this. But now all you need to do is choose Visa when withdrawing crypto in the Mercurio widget. No exchanges to juggle, no banks in between, and no P2P. Just clear flow that turns crypto into money on your Visa card quickly. With this feature, millions of users can convert crypto to fiat in a simple, intuitive way without leaving the platform they already trust. It makes cross-border payments faster, reduces delays, helps people access their funds quickly in their local currency. Just by tapping into Visa's Direct global network, they just make it simple for you. So what they've done, their partnership with Mercurio, I don't know. I don't want, like you said, Mercurio. That is huge because that connects to things like Cardano, things like Polkadot, these other cryptos that are really, really going to be able to become retail engines now when they weren't before. And how are they doing that? Visa. Thank God for Visa, man, because Visa has really stepped up in so many ways with the cryptocurrency industry. What's your thoughts on this, Redman?
Super impressed. That 10-minute finality, man, that is amazing, because I remember back when I was trading pretty much every day, that was the big thing that I hated. I hated waiting for my tether to hit the account, and then I hated waiting, cashing out for my tether to hit my Coinbase exchange, right? So I could off ramp into my my fiat bank account. It took forever.
You waited, yeah.
It took forever, and now it's 10 minutes. That's amazing. Yeah, give them a hand. And I mean, the big thing here is what did I see? I see this integration uses your Visa card number as a destination, not your routing or account numbers.
Right.
That's another big thing, because now my account numbers aren't exposed. I don't have to worry about that.
And could you off ramp to a prepaid card to where you don't even have to use any kind of identity?
A prepaid card that it's accepted by 150 million merchants worldwide. So basically, you could spend it anywhere if you wanted to. And here's the big thing for me: it lowers the off ramp tax by utilizing Visa's direct rail. Mercurio claims a low cost experience compared to traditional P2P marketplaces or high fee exchange withdrawals. For your capitalist audience, this is about keeping more of your gains when you decide to take profit. That is big. That's big right there.
To me, that's super huge, because I had to jump through hoops to get money out of crypto. Like, because crypto.com doesn't like me, Coinbase doesn't like me, or maybe they just didn't like early transactions on the dark web for whatever reason that was. But they don't like that. So it was hard for me to take money out of crypto, which for me has been a blessing. But this is a game changer. So people that can't take money into crypto stop putting money into crypto. Once you realize it's an open door, you start putting more in. And normally that stays there, just like at any other casino.
Yeah, the ease of use matters. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, trying to choke money out of people who are trying to spend it in the first place was not ideal, because we're going to find a way one way or another.
Yep. I think what we're seeing, guys, I just try to always keep everybody like, what is happening? The ground is shifting under our feet right now, and everything is moving to crypto. Everything, just like we wanted. The adoption of stable coins, the Genesis Act, retailing, Visa, ETFs. Guys, it's like we're here. And I hope everybody's just like taking this in. It's what we all wanted, and it's happening now.
It's funny because Visa's not trying to be another exchange.
Right.
Visa's basically just making it easier for you and me to do crypto things. And that's all we wanted. We just want seamless integration. We don't want, I gotta copy and paste this, to copy and paste that. And then did I get the right copy and paste? I don't know. And then if you do lose money, you're not coming back anyways, like Dave said. So it's like, where's the seamless integration at? Well, it's coming. So Visa figured it out somewhat.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure if we lose money that we're not coming back. It's just that if we win money, we want to know that we can take it off. We'll come back and lose money over and over and over and over again. Like I said, just like you will at a casino. You keep going back thinking you're going to win. I mean, and you just keep putting money in. But the catch is you need to know that you can take money out if you win. That's huge. Or you don't play at that casino anymore.
Yeah. Yep. Amen. All right, let's move on to our last story, Dave, which we're going to call that Polygon, our Polygon story. Want to make sure we update every. Yeah, is it on there? Yeah, there you go. I don't think we're going to get to the last one as well. So, guys, again, just trying to educate you about what's happening in this marketplace that you're not hearing around all the other crypto channels that we all watch and love. But Polygon, ag layer, and real world scale. So what they're doing, Polygon's 2026 roadmap is centered around what they're calling this ag layer, the Pol token, utility expansion, and the scaling of the Polygon POS chain towards 100,000 transactions per second. Key milestones include the POS integration with ag layer, throughput targets, and ecosystem incentive programs for users. The open money stack launched early in 2026. It just launched, positioning Polygon as a regulated payment infrastructure. Why does that matter? Well, Polygon is moving beyond being just an Ethereum scaling solution into a total settlement layer for payments, RWAs, and interoperable chains. This ag layer, it addresses liquidity fragmentation by allowing chains to share state and liquidity without traditional bridges. So what does it unlock? Well, the ag layer allows developers to deploy chains that are inherent shared security and liquidity. The gigagas, what they call it, throughput targets support global payments, AI agents, and the IoT micropayments. So builders are going to love this on Polygon. We all know that Polygon has been, a cheaper Ethereum solution. When it came out, we started, at least I did, I started using Polygon to pay for things because the gas was so much cheaper than Ethereum. So I was happy to see Matic. I was happy to see when it came out. But now, again, building in the bear market, 100,000 transactions per second, building with RWAs, building with banks, and as a payments settlement structure. Just what we were talking about with what everybody thought and wanted XRP to be, right? These other chains are now doing it. It was like slowly behind the scenes, guys. They're making this stuff happen. Thought it was interesting. I do keep I have Pol. I have the old Matic. I converted it, but it's still in the ledger from the old days. What's your thoughts on this, Redman?
Yeah, Polygon hasn't gone away. It hasn't gone away. I mean, I'm looking at the chart right now on the daily. The price has gone nothing but down, but it hasn't gone away. I think it's going to be big for AI agents. It's already at a staggering $3.9 billion cumulative transactions in early 2026. A massive portion of this is driven by AI agents using the network for micropayments, as gas fees are consistently between nothing and nothing, basically. So you got to look at TVL is great and everything like that, but you got to look at transactions. You got to look at other things other than just market cap and price, because price can fool you. These guys are obviously doing things on the back end, and right now, Polygon has established a massive moat in real world assets. It currently holds 62% share of global tokenized bond market, with over 1.13 billion in TVL specifically for the RWA sector. Those are things that I'm paying attention to. Yeah. Have they really come to fruition yet? No, because the price action doesn't reflect it. But these guys are building for the future. And right now it's at the bottom of the price action is at the bottom. So yes, can it go down more? Absolutely can. But if you're buying here and it goes down a little bit and then it skyrockets because RWAs actually take off because Clarity Act was passed, you're looking pretty good by the end of the year. Not financial advice, like I said.
Yeah, that, and on the back end, they recently did a token burn, and there's some like big institutional
100 million.
integrations.
Yeah, they burned 100 million.
Some real world payments. I just read about some cross border stuff for the Winter Olympics actually occurred utilizing Polygon. So
yeah, I see the discussions in chat there. You know, these Dino coins, guys. So like today, look at who Visa is integrating with, though.
And I mean, as much as we call them Dino coins, we got to realize they built some of the best foundations.
They have utility. I mean, you can't beat utility.
Exactly.
I mean, I would
XRP.
much rather invest in a coin that has the utility than some coin with a pretty picture on it.
Do you guys think we will see a resurgence in these Dino coins in this next run?
I think that their price has been built in with their initial offerings. I think they owe us a lot way before the price goes up. Yeah. I think they got paid a lot of money whenever they first entered the scene. And I think they need to deliver a whole lot before that price goes up at all.
You got a point there, Dave. Yeah.
I mean, they got paid first. Now they need to deliver.
I think that was part of the reason why they burned 100 million tokens was because they were trying to get that back. But it really didn't do much. But like I said, it's at the bottom. I mean, how much more can it go down?
What's the price of it right now?
10 cents.
10-cent Polygon. So with all of this building going on, all this adoption, like who is going to be the winner? Because, you know, a lot of times in real world, you have a market leader, you have the first adopter, you have the biggest one, but 10 years later,
there's only one.
It's like someone you didn't even know of pops up and becomes the leader, you know. And now there's cases where, like, nobody remembers the chains, the food chains before McDonald's, right? So like, before McDonald's, the reason you don't remember who the biggest hamburger place was because, number one, there was no internet, there was no social media, you know, there was no mass marketing and advertising, but there were bigger, more franchised already. The Red Barn was one of. It's called the Red Barn. They had more units back in the day. But you only now look who the leader is. It's McDonald's, because they did a whole bunch of things right, and they're the market. They're probably sell more hamburgers than anybody, right? But then Wendy's pop up, Burger King pops up. How do you know which one to bet on? You know, it makes it tough because there's 36 million cryptos right now, guys. It's like 36 million altcoins. So. And it could be bigger than that. Somebody AI that, but last time I checked, it was 36 million. We're in a bear market. We might be losing some of those now, in a bear market. So, but I don't know. I like my dinos, and that could be the death of me, man. I saw Buck said Piper's holding up the whole Matic chain, the whole Polygon chain himself.
Billy, you saying that you don't know, that reminds me of something else that we wanted to say one more time to the chat.
You've never learned like this before. Every Saturday live at 9 a.m. EST on @BillyGoatTales YouTube channel.
Because you definitely don't know what you don't know.
That's right. You don't know what you don't know. Yeah, and for those of you that haven't tuned in on Saturday, that is a learning center operation right there. Dave deep dives things that you probably want to know about, and it's more of a interactive. You can ask questions to the AI and to Dave, and it's been fun. We're slowly gaining some momentum over there, even though we got demonetized by YouTube.
Which I think is going to be a gift. I think that'll allow us to focus on what matters most, and that's how long people watch our content, because the longer they watch means that we're providing the value that they want, and that's our goal, is we want to provide the value that they want. So we're kind of doing it inside out. It's got to be valuable to us first, and then we can turn that out towards the community. So that's what we're trying to do.
All right. Well, Jesse says McRib, huh? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. But have fun in there. McButt, Claw. I'm sure I'll see you tonight on Live or Stream. Definitely see you tonight on Live or Stream. Anyways, are we close to?
We still have 30 seconds. So
okay, so let's do this. Dave, I saw the chat. Wanted to open the club.
Well, I mean, how about, I don't know. I mean, Jimmy's not here, definitely. I mean, he's definitely not here. So I don't know that we could open the club all the way, but what we could do is give a little shout out to the Otter Gang and play something a little special for those guys. How about that?
That's fine.
All righty. So... come on, y'all. Come on. If you got them, get them out.
You guys are going to like this. You're going to like this one.
Otter gang. Let's go. Lord Otter King Bieber in the building.
Let's go.
Making crypto honest again. Hey. Give it the VWAP slap. Slap it. Hit the pink box. Make the green candle pop. Give it the VWAP slap it. Trade the buns, don't get chopped at the top. Base hits. Take the money and run. Base hits. Now the friction's gone. Wait for the SFP. Sweep the lows and go golden pocket bounce. Let the money flow. Hit the outer block, avoid the dark mall. Wait. Stop loss to entry, don't be a dick for a tick. Archetype for printing.
Hello.
The Otter Gang is winning. Give it the VWAP slap. Slap it. Hit the pink box, make the green candle pop. Give it the VWAP slap. Slap it. Trade the bonds, don't get chopped at the top. Base hits. Take the money and run. Base hits. Now the friction's gone. Don't be a namby-pamby. Bullshit. Get out of your wanking chariot. Let's go. Don't be a douche canoe. Manage your risk. Stop at the top. Wait for the flip. Push it. Slap it. Pump it.
Too bad he's not in here.
Slap it. Pump it. Hit the pink box. Make the green candle pop. Give it the VWAP slap. Slap it. Trade the buns. Don't get chopped at the top. Base hits. Take the money and run. Base hits. Now the friction's gone.
All right. So weekly close at 67,578 on Bybit, BTC USD perps or inverse perps. And now we have the weekly green dot that I was alluding to earlier in the show. So for now, we're obviously we've traded within this big weekly candle. Kind of, we are getting a little bit of compression. So hopefully this week a little bit more upside. But if we are going to sweep anywhere, I would hope that we come back down into the 65k, sweep and go. Resistance above us, basically at kind of 7,200. So for the most part, we may have a little bit more kind of sweep or liquidity grab type price action to work off now, based on how this candle is closed. So you've obviously got liquidity between these two low wicks, and you've got liquidity above. So it's looking as if now it's building up price action to give us liquidity grab either higher or lower at this point. So going to be watching for those.
Excellent. All right, DDT. Well, there you go, guys. Our weekly close on Bitcoin. Look, we had a great time today. Hopefully we gave you guys some good information, something you didn't know. That's all we're striving to do, is give you some different information that you didn't know right here on Billy Goat Tales. We will be having our Tuesday X Space. Dave Digital, Tony, Crash probably, Jimmy, everybody will be there. I will be off because I will be in tech. I'll be in Dave State, but I have some fiat stuff I got to do Tuesday, but we're going to have a great space. What else do we got going on? Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, In Simple Terms podcast. And of course, you can always catch our motivational crypto every single Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Go check that out. And by the way, we are launching Jimmy's book, our third children's book, in March. So look for that. That's so exciting. Another crypto kids children's book coming to Amazon. It's so fire. And then Tony Biomex, his book's going to be coming out after that. We were planning on having 5 in this whole series and have a box set, but we might end up having 6. So great Christmas presents for your kids. Get them early. We'll let you know about that. And anything else I'm missing, Dave?
I don't think you're missing anything, Billy. I think that was a good show. Great topics. Appreciate you bringing them out like that.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you on Tuesday.
We are Billy Goat Tales. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers gang. 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 We are Billy Goat Tales. We are Billy Goat Tales.
All right, guys.